Brother Maynard, bring up the holy hand grenade. 1, 2, 5.
Please, sir.
3.
Arm yourselves, America. This is Defenders Live.
Happy birthday, dear friend. We sing to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. We thought we'd try to tell you how we love you on your birthday. We thought we'd try to sing and dance and play today.
This is really creepy.
We wanted to surprise you on your birthday and say
we're having a moment. Shh.
we love you every day, not just today. Happy birthday, dear friend. We sing to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday.
Is it over yet?
Happy birthday to you. And if it's your
Happy birthday, Stephen.
Oh, thank you. You know, I was actually going to say, it is my birthday.
It is his birthday.
Thank you all. I've been getting messages nonstop all day. It has been great. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, I have been working. I haven't been able to do what I enjoy, which is why I only still have 4 kids.
Whoa.
Hey.
Whoa.
Wanted to let you know.
Whoa.
But
The night is not over with yet. Damn it.
the night is young
And the moon.
and I'm in love.
I was doing a different song.
I'm doing Robin Hood Men in Tights, but
That's, yeah.
that's neither here nor there, I guess. That's
That's
fine. But instead, we do have
It's kind of a birthday thing.
It's
we
a
do.
birthday thing. So I have the Goldschlagers.
Yes. We both have the Schlagers. For
if
those
you
of you
actually
listening on
look,
radio.
You can see the gold flakes in the glass if you look close enough.
And those of you listening on radio.
It is definitely
Trust me,
Goldschlagers.
there's gold flakes in
And-
there.
and it's
so
very hefty on the cinnamon.
So, happy birthday. Love
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Oh, yeah. That'll put hair on your chest. Actually, it's kind of weak.
That is a little weak for the hair on your chest, but it's just good
It's
enough.
not Fireball.
It's not Fireball. No, it's
No.
Goldschlager.
You know what it tastes like? Now that it's been a while since I've had Goldschlager. Now that it tastes like... Do you ever remember Fireball candy, the red
Yeah,
ball? If you liquefied that,
it's perfect, right?
it's exactly what that is. Speaking of birthdays, we figured this one would be kind of fitting.
Oh yeah. Because you know,
Physics
it's crazy.
offers an explanation as to why time flies as we get older.
and when you're having fun.
For many of us, when we think back to our childhood summers or seemingly endless days spent in a classroom, these periods of time feel as though they're stretched on forever.
Days go by and still I think of you. All right.
In comparison, our more recent years of adulthood often feel like they've passed us by in a flash. This is usually just chalked up to another one of the many peculiarities that come from growing older. Now, a fascinating new study is offering up a more scientific explanation.
Scientific.
As we age, the speed in which our brains obtain and process images gradually slows, resulting in this temporal
Distortion?
discrepancy. Sorry.
Oh.
It changed color on me and it messed. I got my damn glasses here too.
Why don't you actually use your glasses?
I am. Because they're dirty. Son of a biscuit.
Okay.
Discrepancy in memory. Simply put,
Uh-huh.
this slowing of the brain's imaging speed causes perception of time to speed up.
Really? So you're seeing things slower? That's what it is?
That's what they say.
You're seeing things slower.
Yeah.
You're saying that your mind and your eyes are actually sending signals slower to your brain.
That's better. Yeah.
Your eyes are sending signal to your brain at a slower rate
Yeah.
as you increase in age.
Well, yeah, anything that over time starts to wear out.
Of course it does.
So, just saying.
We understand that, but can I give an alternate theory?
Yeah, by all means. I mean, if you think you're smarter than these physics,
Well,
or the
physics
physicists
doesn't
here,
make physicists
if you are smarter, you
than
know,
a fifth grader. Yeah,
than
I generally am.
the Dr. Cocteau.
Dr. Cateau,
Yeah.
Cocteau.
Yeah, isn't
Is it toe? Cocteau? Cateau?
I thought it was Cocteau. I can't remember his.
Is he a klepto?
No, I'm sorry, Michio Kaku.
Michio Kaku.
Yes, the theoretical physicist, the guy who's like specializes in look.
He's a theoretical physicist.
He specializes in string theory.
That's string theory. Who cares? Because it's useless. String theory, go play with a cat.
How
okay?
dare you, sir?
It is freaking useless.
Useless,
all right?
you say?
Useless, except for good comedy on a show about dorks and nerds.
I like that show.
It is a good show. I'm just saying that's the only reason why it's there.
Yeah, but that and his hair. Do you notice that? You've
Let me
seen,
ask you a
you've seen,
question.
you know who I'm talking about, Michio Kaku, right?
Yeah.
Have you seen his hair? Tell me he doesn't have the Einstein hair.
He's got the hair.
He's trying to do Einstein.
He does the Einsteins. No. My theory is that as you age, you
Yes.
obviously have more and more and more and more memory.
Okay, I'm glad you.
Already stored, already there, right? And so every day you reference back to things that happened in your past all the time. What this does is it makes it seem like the past is further and further and further away, and what happens in the future happens faster. It's a discrepancy in how we perceive time, not necessarily how our mind generates the image from our eyes.
I'm going to take it a step further. I think you're saying this, but it doesn't sound like it. And this is AI talking, so I know what I'm talking about.
You know what you're talking about. So
I think it's a little bit different. I think there's an underlying thought of when you're a kid, you feel like
everything takes forever.
well, but why does it feel like forever? Because it's all new.
Because you've never felt it before.
kind of. So what happens is as you get older,
Yes.
you start becoming more aware of your mortality.
Yes, and then you realize that the things that are leading you closer to your mortality are happening at a certain rate.
No, I don't even. I wouldn't even argue that the rate has anything to do with it. I think that you become more aware of mortality because the older you get, because there comes a point up until like your late teens, maybe even early 20s, you're invincible. Nothing can happen to you. You're never going to get hurt. You're never going to die. And then something happens.
Right.
I don't know what it is exactly.
What day, what year, it doesn't matter. It changes.
Yeah, there's a moment that light switch goes off, and suddenly you become very aware of your mortality.
Suddenly, I'm not half the man I used to be. And yeah, but that's the thing. So think about this. I remember that day.
You remember your awakening day?
I remember the time.
Remember the time?
Yeah, you know what? It's a funny
when
situation.
we fell in love. Do you
I remember
the time
I was driving.
when we first met.
But no, really, I was driving, right?
Okay.
I was driving down the road, and I got this flood of, one day you're going to die. And it just, I'm not even joking.
It got dark and morbid all of a sudden.
Like my head, I was thinking about other things altogether, and
it is
right
all of a
as-
sudden you're going to die.
It just hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, you are going to die one day. It's like, holy crap!
I'm gonna die. You suddenly like hands at 10 and 2.
I'm like,
10 and
oh
2.
god, oh god.
I can't say nothing because now that I think about it, I think I was
It
driving when it happened
in
to
my
me too.
20s first. That's the first time it happened was in
Yeah.
my 20s. And
Yeah.
I was just driving down the road. I
was
was doing
driving.
my thing. I was thinking to myself, and
What a wonderful world.
right. And I was going through it because I didn't even have the radio on at the time. And I was just driving there, and it just went boom.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to die one day. How is that going to look?
Well,
I was like, oh.
If I die, it's going to be pretty ugly. Let's just say.
Here's what I mean. Do you know what's going to happen when you die? Like all of those questions.
You start questioning everything
from the age of like 5 up, when people ask you, so what's going to happen when you die? Like, so I'm weird, I guess.
Yeah, that goes without saying.
I'm crazy and weird, and my parents got me ready for mortality at a very young age.
I think that would be your parents' fault, not yours. That doesn't make you weird. That's just
no. I'm saying like. Now that I look back on it, it's probably bad, but you know, like the Faces of Death videos. Remember those?
Oh my God.
Like I was watching those as a kid.
Oh my God.
And I'm still not terrible. I'm not a terrible human being.
Well, no, but I think that might be only by the grace of God.
I know, right? That's what I'm saying. No, but it's
not like you weren't pushed to the edge there.
Past the point of no return,
Donkey
buddy.
kicked the whole way.
Saying.
Good God.
This is the end. My only friend, the end. Anyway, but we had this entire thing, and my dad would go rent them on purpose. I know it was on purpose.
Wow.
It was on purpose, and it had to be on purpose. Either just to freak the crap out of us as we were at our young ages, or he wanted to prepare us, and I can't figure out which.
Neither one of them, I honestly would argue, is a good answer.
But I'll accept the preparation.
Yeah.
Because here's how it goes, right? You know, I'd watch The Faces of Death. You know, it'd give me nightmares for a week, and then I'd be fine. I'd be fine. It would be no problem. In the nightmares, I wouldn't wake up and like scream and shout. And I'd just wake up. And then I'd go back out to sleep.
And then it's over.
And
you worked through it.
I worked myself through it. And obviously I was fine. I also watched horror movies from a very young age.
Allegedly.
And that was my own fault because I chose to.
Yeah.
I chose to.
Yeah.
I know that. I chose to.
I've never been a fan. Like the closest to a horror movie I'll go to is like Saw.
Yeah.
And that's only because I want to see what ingenious psychotic thing that somebody comes up with, what kind of contraption that they use. Like I really don't. Yes, Sean, we agree.
I am a weirdo. You're right. I am. It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, where are y'all in your mom's basement? No, I just changed the background, okay? Can I not change the background every now and again?
It looks like my bedroom.
You don't have a bedroom.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Not that. No. You're an ass. As we mature, the nerves and neurons in our brains also mature, growing in size and complexity. Consequently, new neural signals, which are memories, are faced with a longer path to travel than they were when they were young. Our nerves also deteriorate as we age, slowing down the flow of electrical signals throughout our minds. Blah, 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 blah. Basically, you're going to get older. You just realize it. And mortality.
Physics has now proven that when you get older, your stuff slows down, and that makes everything seem like it's going faster.
The dark hand of death is upon you. Okay.
Also remember, you're going to die one day.
You're welcome. Defenders Live, mojo50.com. Check out mojo50.com. So many new things going on. Shows constantly being added and brought up to date.
Yes.
Changing all the time. Guys, get a part of it. Get in there. Get signed up. You will not be the sorries. Also, go to our website while you're at it, DOAE Show. That's DOAEshow.com.
Correct.
Check out. It has been newly revamped.
Ooh, yes.
Stephen worked tirelessly
into
the wee hours of the morning, so at least go look at it. So that way,
just go there once.
Yeah.
And say that you've been there.
Just say it. Just look at it, come back. It is Stephen's birthday, so at the very least, go look at it, come back.
Look, just make me happy, all right?
At Stephen Airy on Twitter, just say, hey, it looks good.
Saw the website.
This is my favorite part of it. And that's all you need to do.
Right.
Happy birthday. That's all you need.
That's it.
That's what he wants for his birthday.
That's all I need. This is all I need.
Follow us on the social medias.
Well, you could donate to the show.
No. Well,
yeah.
I mean, you can.
I mean, you could donate to the show if you want to. It's a little button at the top. Or you could become a Defenders with us. Like
you don't get to come on the air, but well, I mean, you do if you call in on Friday.
Right. Like Tech Roo. He does call in.
He does
on Friday.
He's kind of earned that spot though.
But then again,
unofficially.
So he also has become a monthly Defender with us.
Yeah, that's true too.
So thank you, Tech Roo.
Yeah,
that's amazing,
buddy.
And we have two annual Defenders. They're still with us.
I know.
It's good times.
I know. We got to reach out to them because
I love them so much.
I do too.
You guys rock.
Go follow us on all the social medias at DOAE Show. Use the hashtag arm yourselves. You can also follow me at Dylan Lyles on Twitter and at Stephen Airy also on Twitter. If you would like to chit with us more personally,
you can.
Yes, I said chit. They're
chat
just
shit.
words.
That's
They
right.
don't control us.
You can email us at defenders. DOAEshow.com. DOAEshow@gmail.com.
Gmail.com.
DOAEshow.
We're working on having new emails.
We're gonna
put up,
have
but-
new email put in soon. It'll be fine.
But anyway, yeah.
Yes.
So go to all that. Oh my goodness, tomorrow's Friday. Praise God. Hallelujah. I'm so happy about that. So, Stephen,
Doc Thompson got run over by an Amtrak. Did you call Rachel Maddow so that she could wish her estranged son a happy birthday? She's like a sister, dude.
I was gonna say
she's not that old.
I didn't realize that that you could be the
Look, Shim is not that old, and I can't even count her as a him or her, whatever.
I saw something on the talk,
I saw the sign.
and it opened up my eyes.
Yeah.
No, there was like, see, and I don't care what y'all think. Shut up. I'm having a conversation with Stephen for a moment. So I was on TikTok looking at videos.
Right. Yeah.
And there was one, like, you know how people will put up a video and be like, this is why they don't date me. And it'll be whatever,
Whatever,
I'm
sure.
deep into Star Wars or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So there's this girl and she's standing there dancing. It's like, reasons why people don't date me. First damn thing that scrolls across the screen or on the thing that she added was, I am my sister's, or I am mother to my sister and she lives with me. That first thing out the chute.
Dead.
That I'm like, yes, that's probably
You're
a good
right.
reason.
That is
Absolute.
why.
And then the rest of them were like, because I have a little kid live with me and because I'm weird. I'm like, no, I don't think those last two pertained anything to it whatsoever.
That first one is all the reasons why.
You're your aunt, you're a sister and an aunt. Nope.
Thank you for that image.
Nope.
Let's be frank and PA. Thank you for that image. I'm just saying it's great.
Wow, I wish I was that thin.
I know, right?
God, I was.
And why is Izzo in the cake? That's all I'm asking.
Well, you can. It is not a birthday without a micro penis.
You can't have a meat cake without a micro penis?
You cannot. It is a scientific impossibility.
For Pete's sake.
By God.
Eat a
Okay.
meat cake.
So Steven found this story.
I did.
And I'm still, I'm still actually, I say speechless. It's not the right word because I'm not speechless.
Well, if I could turn back time, I mean, it'd make it easier.
You can find a way.
Yeah, I could find a way.
Find those words that hurt you.
Yeah,
You'll
yep.
stay.
Yep, that's right.
Navy veteran, believed to be missing,
Yes.
had been dead in his apartment for 3 years.
Yeah. So,
A Navy veteran. I'm just gonna have to read this because I'm a Navy veteran who was believed by his family to have been missing since 2016 was found dead in his apartment in Texas last week.
no one checked his apartment.
And medical examiners believed he'd been dead in the apartment for 3 years.
How did he pay for the apartment? I'm asking this: How did he pay for the apartment?
So
for 3
many
years?
questions. One, why didn't they look in the apartment to begin with? That should have been like
That's bar one.
right there. You last known address.
Go to the address.
Even-
He's been missing for 3 days. Nobody's heard him. Nobody's talked to him. Nobody's nothing. Go to his apartment.
Even the cops that would have been like, okay, you want to report a missing person. Okay, do
have
you
you
have
checked his place of
Well, no,
of
not
residence?
even that. Like the cops would be like, okay, what is his last known address? That's where they're gonna go.
First and foremost.
So this doesn't make any sense. Either you didn't have them check for him, which is poor on your part,
Bad ideas.
or the cops, I don't know. That just doesn't make any sense.
It really doesn't. It makes absolutely no sense.
Police discovered the body of a 51-year-old Ronald Wayne White
Yes.
in the DeSoto Town Center Apartments in DeSoto, Texas.
RWW.
While checking in on apartments that had not been using any water. They found White laying dead on the kitchen floor. When the medical examiner told me 3 years, my knees gave way. All right, hold on a second. In Texas, 3 years dead. Mm-hmm. I don't think it would have taken a medical examiner to figure out how long he'd been dead.
Speaking of being dead, did you know that your sister had a mortality anxiety since she was 6?
Yeah, I know. That's probably my fault.
And I'm weird. All right.
Well, this is what happens when you have like you've met
I've
the
met
brother
you.
under me.
Yeah.
You haven't met the brother after him.
No.
The three of us together, because it goes three of us and then her.
Oh
God.
gosh.
It was yeah.
So what's she like 22?
No, she's 28.
Oh,
29.
good. You're still 10 years older than I
29?
look.
Yeah, she was born in 90, 29.
You're still what?
I
12,
think.
12 years older than I look.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Still have less kids. But anyway. But seriously, 3 years in Texas between the heat.
Yeah.
So Virginia mentioned it on
Nobody-
there. Nobody caught the smell. No one went,
Nope.
something is askew.
Nothing.
Someone's cooking Indian again.
Yeah.
What? Nothing?
Nope. Nothing.
Nothing.
Nope.
Okay, so fine. No smell. Okay. You walk.
He paid his rent more than 3 years in advance?
How the hell?
When do you do that?
There's so many things about this that doesn't make sense. And again, in Texas, between the heat and everything else, there's no way there would be a lot left of that body. That you can't walk in there and go, oh wow, there's a little bit of bloating, but I don't see any maggots. No, dude.
That's like full-fledged flies everywhere.
Well, no, I mean, but
and have been eating on that corpse for however long.
I was gonna say, yeah, in 3 years there should be not quite bone, maybe, but by God, it should be close.
Yeah, it should be.
It doesn't
close.
make any sense.
Yeah, it should just be a pile of nasty on the floor.
Yeah,
Like decomposition happens, and that's not good.
The mom apparently, she was all upset about it. This 3 years. What quote 3 years, and that's what I can't get past in my brain. I can't get past 3 years. My biggest question is, how in the world could my son have been dead in that apartment and nobody knows anything? End quote. Right?
Can I ask?
Right?
Can I ask Mom, why didn't you go visit? If he's been missing for 3 years, why didn't you go to his place of residence yourself and check?
She lives in Long Island.
Who cares? You live in Long Island. You can't fly out to Texas and find your son? Are you that
Hold on.
lazy of a mom?
So I'm going to keep reading. So the mom lives in Long Island. He used to call her like twice a month, and he
Yeah.
suddenly stopped calling in 2016.
Okay.
And there was no answering when she tried to reach out to him.
Okay.
White, which is the mama, the guy could not be found at any of his previously known addresses, and the police would not open a missing persons case because White was an adult known to travel.
I'm sorry, what?
That's the excuse that they're using, because apparently
He's been missing for 3 years, and you didn't actually go inside of the
Yeah.
building that he was last residenced?
Yeah. Oh, okay. So White's family didn't know about his DeSoto residence.
Oh,
Okay. Police say he was on a month-to-month lease and that the rent was paid through automatic bank drafts.
So you're telling me that this man's bank has been active, and he's been getting deposits and withdrawals for the past
Yes.
3 years?
Yes. Retirement for the Navy. Absolutely.
Nobody's caught this.
Well, no, like that actually would make sense because he's getting retirement it's automatically getting deposited into his account every month from the Navy. So he's getting a retirement.
What you're saying is, if nobody had accidentally stumbled into this place or whatever they did to find this,
The water, yeah.
nothing would have happened.
Nope, he would have
He would have sat there and rotted.
somebody would eventually have gone in there at some point, or they would have, said,
They'd have
excuse me, we're
realized.
demolishing the place, whatever, and they would have found a pile of bone, and that's it.
He would have been dead for 150 years and on
Yeah.
the Democrat roll.
Yeah. Yep. Police say there's
That's
no
crazy.
indication of foul play in White's death. Quote, "It is a sadness to see that a decorated veteran, had to go out like this." That was his friend Jerry Hannon,
Well,
who's
thanks,
also
Jerry.
a vet, who obviously wasn't concerned enough to be able to go and check.
You're also a vet and also never checked, and you knew where he lived. Thanks, Jerry. Next time, why don't you go check on your buddy?
Well, they're probably obviously not a next time. There's no need for a next time.
I'm saying the next buddy.
I wouldn't-
That doesn't start that stops talking to you for more than a month.
I don't know.
text them.
I don't know. At this point, I don't think he has a good track record. I wouldn't be trusting him to check with anybody.
Check up on Facebook. Something.
No, I wouldn't trust him to check on anybody at this point because he's clearly not very good at it. So, speaking of well, no, what the hell with it.
You know what?
We'll do it on the
We'll
other
wait
side.
on that. Yeah,
We'll do it
we'll
on the
wait
other
on
side.
that. That'll be fine.
Guys, don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Because we have got so many more crazy things that we just kind of threw together at last minute that you will not be sorry that you
Stop
stayed
to
for.
listen. That'd be good times.
Guys, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Yes, Virginia. The smell.
Ooh, that smell.
Can't you smell that smell?
The smell that surrounds you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, part of it makes sense, but again,
The other part is not so much.
you can't tell me nobody knew he lived there. That should have been like first place, right out the gate.
Yeah.
Jack wagons. I hate stupid people. It's just, I don't have time for it.
Yeah. Doc Thompson got run over by an Amtrak. Izzo and Dylan are in the cake because they're going to put on a sex show for Steven. You can't really put on a sex show when you have a micro penis.
I was going to say, that's a very short show.
That's a short show, I tell you what. It's also a short shot, but... What? Say it.
Oh, no. It's just,
Say it.
no, I'm just thinking about
Short shots?
short show and...
Aw, thanks, Dad.
Thanks, Dad.
Thanks, Dad. Yeah, apparently everything was paid for 3 years. It was all included in the rent. That's crazy.
Well, even if it came out as a bank draft automatic, like it makes sense. The government
That
puts in
part-
his retirement, and
that
then
part does make sense.
and
You're
he
right.
has it as
There
automatic
were
draft.
automatic transactions and going back and forth. It just makes sense that it was there. Okay, I get it. It doesn't. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
No, I agree.
I don't like any of that. Doesn't. That makes me upset.
Me too.
Just a little bit.
Just a tad. But your birthday, so don't get too upset.
That's okay.
Too bad we don't have cake.
Ooh, actually, we do.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do.
Thanks,
All right.
Megan.
Yeah, thank you, Megan. We still have cake and pie.
Pie.
All right, going back on.
I think it's time to blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
Welcome back, everybody. Defenders Live, mojo50.com. Go to mojo50.com.
That one.
Yeah. Check it out. Pick a show.
Any
Somebody.
show.
Just kind of stick with it for a week and see what you think.
Yeah.
Because you know what? It doesn't cost you a daggone thing.
Except for about an hour's worth of your time every day.
And it's really not a complete waste, especially if you just played it on in the background or if you do have a job like I have where you drive.
And you can just listen at all times.
It's just for the ambience. It's,
Yeah.
It's nice.
Ambiance.
Go to our website, doaeshow.com.
Uh-huh.
Check out all the new stuff over there. Pick up the ugly sweater we have designed especially for the holidays. Ugly sweater season is upon us, and you want to be prepared. So get one today.
Yeah. I don't think Cat Coolers would be very happy about that promo. They're Kevin Hutchison over the MeWe's.
Oh. But the bad part is that's actually probably
true.
Yeah.
Cat Coolers are amazing. They are incredibly rugged.
I hear that. They're rugged.
Yeah, they are rugged. They also keep your ice cold for up to 7 days.
Well, because they're rugged.
Right, and they're made in the United States.
Because why not? That's what makes them rugged.
Exactly, and they're fully customizable.
Because you can... Rugged.
And they also come in many colors.
But wait! There's more!
If you go to catcoolers.com today, that's catcoolers.com, you can use my name, Steven, S-T-E-V-E-N, in the promo code, and you can get 10% off any purchase that you make over at catcoolers.com. Not only do you get that, but they also all have a lifetime warranty on every product they sell.
Because they're rugged.
Exactly. So if you go to catcoolers.com, not only will you get a lifetime warranty on your product, but when you purchase and you use my name, Steven, S-T-E-V-E-N, you will get 10% off on your purchase.
On your purchase.
That's right. On your purchase.
On your purchase.
That's right.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right.
So a woman,
A woman. Are you sure she's a woman?
well, she says she's a woman.
You sure she says she's a woman?
She said that she's a woman, so we're good.
Okay.
A woman has murdered her 3 sons, fearing that they would abuse women when they grew up.
Wow. I mean, there's a part of me that is not shocked by this at all.
I know, right?
Because of the
Isn't
way
that a
people-
problem
Well,
with society.
It is.
It's a very bad
We're
problem. with
becoming
society.
numb to that.
That is.
No, on the one hand, because that's what everybody does. That's what society does. We're all about trying to catch it in advance. You cut the head off the snake,
Yeah.
as it were. Except for in this instance, you're smashing the egg.
Of your own, of you.
It's
Your egg.
Weird.
Literally your egg.
Lady, you don't know that. Actually, I would argue that just shows a lack of, I don't know, a lack of skill or not. Skill, parental skill, parenting on your part.
Yeah.
Because they will learn from you. And if you kill them because you think that's what they're going to become, that means you were a bad enough parent that you enabled them to become such.
I'm sorry, but you killed your kids. You're already a bad parent.
Oh, well, that goes without saying. So, yes, based off the logic, I would argue that if they were to survive somehow, then yes, they would have definitely grown up to be abusive because they would have seen their mother act like they do, and they would have been like, nah,
Yep. 27-year-old woman was sentenced to 37 years in prison after pleading guilty on Tuesday to the murders. She will serve 7 years for involuntary manslaughter charges and 15 years to life for each of the 2 murder charges.
Yeah, apparently she suffocated her 3 young sons to death over the course of 2 years.
Yeah, the first son she killed with it was an infant. In 2014. She then killed her 4-year-old in 2015 and her 3-year-old also in 2015.
I'm going to go on. This kind of pertains back to the last story we talked about. Same kind of questions. How the hell did no one know? Here's this lady walking around with 3 children one day.
Suddenly she has 2.
Oh my God, what happened?
Oh, he's with a friend.
How long is this person with a friend? And then suddenly you see her again. Oh my God, you're only down to 1.
Yeah. I have my mom. She's holding on to 2 of them.
Oh, okay. You see her again. And, oh my God, where are your children?
Oh, I have the free day today.
Like that doesn't go for very long. Like
apparently it didn't go for very long.
Well, no, I mean like the first one was 2014,
and then the other ones were 2015. Yeah. So your husband, age 47, pled guilty to a misdemeanor charge of sexual imposition for having sex with her before they were married when she was underage.
Well, it's Ohio.
It is Ohio.
They're a little bit stricter like that up there.
They are a little bit stricter about that. So that's a bad start. Let's just put it that way. This woman claimed that her sons may one day grow up to be just as abusive toward women as her husband was.
You married him, darling. That was voluntary. This is not the Middle East where you're forced to marry somebody that you don't want to be with.
That you're not forced to marry somebody that had sex with you.
Yeah, you kind of voluntarily said, "I do."
Yeah.
So no. There's that.
Quote,
she was depressed and feared her sons would one day abuse women.
Right. She says, "Quote: Sadly, this is from like her attorney. Her attorney. Sadly, she's safer living a better life in jail than on the outside." End quote.
No, she's not. Lady, you're worried about your children growing up and abusing women. Guess where you're going?
To a place where women abuse women
on the regular, and much worse than what a man
would do.
Yeah.
Because a man would never think of doing things like putting spikes on a dildo and shoving it up your ass.
Yeah. And we're not talking like just a small one either.
No.
Something roughly the size of a 2x12. Or a 2x... Yeah, well...
And by spikes, I mean like toothpicks.
Yeah. Beyond Brittany's claim that her sons may one day grow up to be abusive towards women, prosecutors also believe she was jealous of the attention that the husband gave to her sons.
Wait, she was jealous that the sons were getting attention from the husband. Do you know how many moms would turn to a husband and say,
"Take your damn kids and get the hell out of here"?
Yeah, basically.
I know. Yes, I do know.
I mean, I work a bunch. If you don't know, I work a whole bunch, and my wife has to take care of the kids a lot, and she is a dream when it comes to that. Wonderful, wonderful mother, and obviously, because I work a lot, I kind of fall behind on seeing the kids and doing stuff with the kids. Doting on my children? Pretty sure my wife would look at me and say thank you. Not not try to like be guilty and or guilt me into like hating them.
I hate this part, and this is in every single attorney does this stuff.
Shtite.
Okay?
Yeah.
Another of her attorneys claimed that, quote, she loves and misses all of her children
No, she
and
doesn't.
grieves for them
No,
every day.
No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't.
Bolshevik.
She does not grieve
Nope.
for the things that she killed and smothered to death.
Yeah.
Do you understand what you have to do to smother something?
Yeah. You realize what you have to do to anything that's whether it's stabbing or smothering or like you're there. Like
You have to be
literally
intent.
hands-on.
Full on, hands on, over top of the pillow or whatever you're doing.
The squirming and the
baby,
fighting, the
children
screaming,
are squirming, they're
Yes.
screaming, they're yelling, they're gasping for air,
Yep.
they're swiping, they're kicking, they're doing everything they can to stay alive because that's what our bodies tell us to do.
Yep.
And you're saying that you're grieving?
Yeah, you're a liar. She should get the death penalty.
Yeah.
I
Too
don't-
bad they don't do that.
I don't know they do. They didn't give it to her because they got her on mental issues.
Don't worry, they'll give it to her in prison.
Oh, I know they will. And even that's not good enough for her.
No, it's really not. It's really not.
The Mail reported that this lady apparently had initially, quote, pleaded not guilty to aggravated murder charges, end quote. Prosecutors then ordered genetic testing of the boys to see if they were killed by a genetic disorder, but found no evidence to suggest that this was the case.
Doc Thompson got run over by an Amtrak. I have a feeling this woman wasn't very socially outgoing.
A loner, one might say.
Maybe she liked to stay home a lot. She needed to get a tan, go outside.
The state appeared to become suspicious after her
Don't be
first two
suspicious.
sons
Don't
died.
be
Well,
suspicious.
effing
Don't be
duh.
suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
I hate you. Like, because suspicious after the first two sons died. Well, duh.
Duh.
The last son
The
she
first
killed
son died. You should be suspicious.
had been removed from her care for an unspecified length of time and moved to protective custody. Well, apparently you did do a very good job.
That's not very protective of you, is it?
No. At the time, the police had no evidence to suggest either of the first two deaths were anything other than a tragedy. One prosecutor claimed that there was no way to predict the death of the third son. I don't know. 2 out of 3 are pretty good effing odds, if you ask me.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
I knew you were going to do that.
you
The
set it
minute
up.
I said it, I was like, damn it.
You set it
Damn
up.
it. If I could just get past it.
No, you can't.
And I couldn't.
Nope. Came out your mouth, and it was done.
And it just hung there.
Yep. Limp.
Aw, poor guy.
It was okay.
Pete Buttigieg.
Yeah, speaking of giving,
Oh, my God.
he's a taker.
Yeah.
That's all we know.
The Democratic presidential candidate,
Uh-huh.
who has surged into a lead in recent Iowa and New Hampshire primary polls.
He really likes surging on polls.
He does.
He is really good at
He
surging
loves that
polls.
up and down motion.
That pole surging is all him.
He touts a plan to give 25% of federal contracting money to minorities if elected president.
Really?
Yeah, but
That's crazy.
funny thing is when he was mayor,
Uh-huh.
he was mayor of South Bend, Indiana.
He is still.
I don't know if you knew that.
He's still Mount.
Well,
Mayor.
yeah.
Yeah.
He has only given 3% of city contracts to minority
Well, could I ask you a question?
businesses. Sure.
Why are we concerned about the ethnicity of the people that were of the businesses that we're giving contracts to?
I'm sorry. What? Hold on. Say that again.
Why are we concerned about the ethnicity of the businesses? Because businesses aren't people, so says the Democrats. Businesses aren't people, so says the government. So why are we worried about the ethnicity of a business to pass out federal contracts? Why don't we give federal contracts to the companies that actually deserve it, the companies that earn it, the companies that want us to pay the least amount for, and get the most service out of?
There you go again. Speaking your logic. How dare you? We don't do logic.
It's my birthday. Let me have this.
It's your birthday and you'll cry if you want to.
That's right. Let me have this.
That'll be later.
Okay.
The initiative is part of Buttigieg's Douglas plan, a comprehensive investment in the empowerment of Black America.
Wait. What is it called?
Douglas Plan.
The Douglas Plan.
A comprehensive investment in the empowerment of Black America. I am bothered by this the same way as Stephen was mentioning. I'm tired of. They always complain. Oh, we're so racist. The country is so divided. We're so racist. Oh my goodness, blah blah blah. It's so horrible. The divide is so horrible. And here you are.
Bad. It's so bad. Remember the children.
Stop it. Here he is, actively, openly segregating, being racist, showing favoritism.
Yeah.
Because newsflash, in case anybody hasn't realized it, that's also racism too.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be just hatred for one race. It could be
Giving-
prioritizing another race over another.
Yes, that is correct.
That's racism too.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing. No one seems to care. No one pays attention to this. Why can't, like Steven said, why do you get the best person for the best money for the job?
Right.
It doesn't matter.
The best value for the best price.
Yes, if my dog can do the job better than anybody else, then guess what? You hire my dog. Like that's how it should be.
And that's fine. That's how it should be. But no, this is the government.
It's
and
the
we
left. On his campaign website, Buttigieg promises to, quote, launch the Walker Lewis Promise to aim to award 25% of federal contracting dollars to small business owners from undeserved communities in urban and rural areas.
Well, if
end
they're
quote.
undeserved,
Mm-hmm.
do you say undeserved?
Yes.
Or-
Underserved.
Ah, see, that's different.
It's spelled exactly the same, but
Underserved.
yeah.
Underserved? Are
Yeah.
you sure they're underserved communities or are they overserved by the government?
Well, even if they are underserved,
They're not underserved
you're
by the government. They're overserved by the government and underserved by business because businesses don't want to go to those areas because nobody can buy anything
yeah, you
because they're all given all their stuff from the government.
it's called wealth redistribution. That's
There's a big-
socialism.
Right. It's not an underserved community. It's a community in which nobody can do anything because the government has given everybody everything.
Yes. Why work for something that the government will give you for free?
Why try and earn something that is yours for the taking?
Yeah. They're citing that the current 10% rate of minority-owned firms and 5% rate of women-owned firms. Because, again, gender apparently makes a difference, except for this gender is fluid.
Yeah, well, gender
There is
fluids
no
are always
Gender.
They're all gender fluids are always under scrutiny.
It's kind of always under the glass.
Probably.
I don't care about the rest of the story. There's absolutely nothing else in
No,
here.
there's
But
really
it's-
nothing to it, really.
I just wanted to be upset about the fact that we've got to stop prioritizing a group of people over another group of people. It needs to be, are you the best for the job?
And if you aren't,
Then
get out.
Yeah, come back when you're better. And if you're not going to be better, then don't come back.
Then stay out.
Yes, it's literally that easy.
So simple.
So simple.
So easy.
A caveman can do it.
That's right. David Morgan on the YouTubes. Steven, congrats you didn't die this year. Thank you.
Here. Amen to
Thank
that.
you. That's why I took a shot.
That's because nothing says I've lived another year like trying to kill off your liver.
That's right. Well, a shot isn't going to do that.
Yes, and add, let's be frank, in PA, yes, to everyone out there, happy training day, everybody.
Happy Trader Day. Yep.
Will you stop? Are you bored of being here?
No, I've just got the yawns and I don't know why. I think my body's cold. I'm dying.
I know it's because you're underage and you had a shot,
What are you talking about?
and now you're underage, and so your body's not used to the alcohol, and so like you're
right. My body.
you're getting sleepy.
Really? My body's not used to the alcohol? All right, buddy.
You're part Italian. You're not Irish.
I am as well.
And more Italian. Than
And
Irish.
also Native American, but not enough to
no,
claim it.
everybody's a Native
But
American.
not enough
Shut
to
up.
claim it. Okay? I said it.
Everyone's a Native American.
Everybody's got.
Everyone and no one.
That's right.
Let's see. Where are we at here?
So there was a Utah woman,
This is
and she was charged doing lewd acts in front of her stepchildren. Yes.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Lewd acts.
Lewd acts.
So like she was
horrible lewdness.
She was
terrible.
Whoa, she was like having an orgy in front of
lewd,
her.
Lewd.
Like just messing around, like was she trying to have sex with the children? I mean, they are her stepchildren, you know, and
It's
God
just
knows how many
stepchildren.
porn has been made of
Stepchildren.
Oh,
porns.
my stepchildren.
By
Your
the way,
dad's on vacation.
By
He's
the
on
way,
a trip somewhere.
Stepchildren porn is illegal.
That's not.
I'm just letting you know. Unless they're over the age of 18, it is illegal.
Yeah, we know that part. That's what I'm talking about. That is a thing, though. The stepmom's hot, and the kid's over like 18, and his buddy's over there, and he suddenly doesn't realize his mom's hot until his buddy reminds him, says, "Dude, your mom's hot."
It's like, dude, that's my stepmom.
It's my stepmom. Shut up.
Shut
and then
up,
as he's
dude.
sitting there after his friend leaves, he's like, "Oh my God, she is hot."
And then she's like, "Do you want me to make you some pizza?
Your dad's golfing, and he's gonna be gone for the next 4 hours.
Do you want me to make you a pizza?"
You want me to make you those little mini pizzas?
It's like, "Yeah, Mom. I want the ones with the holes in it."
All right, that's
And that's a bad story.
that is. It doesn't end well for
Anyway,
anybody.
nobody
It's
likes that.
messy. The
It's
dad
not-
comes in and sees it.
Sauce
it's really
everywhere,
weird.
and it's not good.
disturbing.
It's terrible.
But yeah, so did she do something of that nature?
No,
like she
no,
was
not that. No.
no, like okay. So lewd.
Lewd, yes, very lewd.
I don't know.
Incredibly lewd.
What else could she have done? I don't know.
I mean, let me give you a hint.
Okay.
You and I can do this, and it wouldn't be a problem.
Sit on my ass?
No.
Oh.
Lewd.
I don't know.
It's a lewd act for women, but not for men. Strong enough for a
man.
woman.
Strong enough for a man, but pH balanced for a woman.
That's right. Right.
I don't know. Pee standing up?
No.
I mean, I know women can do that too. It's just a whole lot messier. Let's see. You got me there, Tiger. What?
So she took her shirt off, flashed her boobs, apparently.
Huh?
Yeah.
At her stepchildren, you say?
Yeah. She went bare-breasted in front of her stepchildren, and it's a misdemeanor lewdness crime. She asked the judge to dismiss the charges, because she was charged in Utah law.
Why did you take your shirt off in front of your children like that, or stepchildren for that? Especially stepchildren. Like if your own kids are doing it, like how many kids like growing up has not accidentally seen mom
like they walked into the bedroom and accidentally
Yeah.
oh no, I don't know.
Or depending on if you have a whole bunch of younger siblings, seen mom feeding them or something.
Right, sure.
Like that.
That happens.
But but everybody's seen it. So what was she doing? Obviously these children are at an age that would not be required, especially not being her children. She wouldn't be breastfeeding them.
No.
So there's that.
No, well, she's a feminist.
Oh, God. I think we need more Goldschlager for this. Jeez.
See, on Tuesday, attorneys for the Utah woman who considers herself a feminist,
Why do they always say that?
because she is.
No, but why do they always say when it comes to being, she considers herself a feminist? Well, are you or are you not?
Well, I consider
Get
myself.
the hell off the fence.
Well, she likes the fence.
I'm just saying, get off, pick a side, and stick to it.
Well, she doesn't like sticking to sides. She's not.
Sticking to anything,
I know.
apparently. But just, I hate
Buchanan's
that.
attorney contended that Utah law, under which she's charged, is unjust because it views men and women who go bare-chested differently.
In Utah.
In Utah. Her husband had joined her to strip down after installing insulation in the garage, and he was not charged with a crime. So they installed insulation in the garage. They wanted to make sure that the fiberglass didn't get all over them, their skin or on the clothes or at the house. So they took the shirts off, or they took their outer layer of clothing off, and walked back in the house. How was she charged?
Oh, I can tell you now. I know. I just that part. I know what happened. Stepkids, which means they eventually went back to real mom. Mom, guess what happened when they were putting up drywall?
We
and-
saw Dad's new wife's boobs.
Yeah, she took her shirt off in front of us. Oh my God!
I'm calling the court now.
Now, in all fairness, you do know better than to try and fight a law like that, about,
Boobs.
a lewdness law
About boobs.
in Mormon country.
Yeah.
You know better.
Mormonism, no.
That wouldn't hold. It's like a
You
snowball's
can't
chance
hold
in hell.
water.
No, you can't. So dumb.
It's not going to
So-
work. And
There-
more than I will say
Dollars to donuts. The real mom hated the stepmom and is
And
like,
so
oh, I
stepmom
got
got it.
this heifer.
real mom got stepmom in trouble.
That's exactly what this was. This is not. This is not about the law. This is not about. Well, we need to change it because it's unfair that men get to take their shirts off and women don't. That's it. It's not that. It's the real mom is vindictive and a heifer. And you can quote me on that. This is so stupid.
It is. It is.
ACLU of Utah attorney Leah Farrell said that in the statute, there's one part of it that says that part of a woman is found inherently obscene, and this part isn't on a man. That really sets up an unequal and unfair dichotomy. In this lady's case, something is none of us would ever expect to happen to us.
Right. Getting thrown into jail and put before a court for taking your shirt off.
You're right, and under normal circumstances, it wouldn't be. But when you have psychotic mom,
Psycho mom.
it's like she's part of the Psycho Circus. You can take hers?
I know. I understand.
You know
I'm
the
just
song?
I'm not taking the bait.
Come on.
Nope.
Psycho Circus.
Speaking of Psycho Circus, there's a new law in New Jersey.
God, there's so many people just laws and laws and laws. What's
Yeah.
going on in Jersey? What now? You
New
can't smoke?
Jersey cops
Huh?
must conduct body searches based on a gender identity, use chosen names, pronouns, even if records are different.
So, I have a question.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
So they have to use whatever names they're given,
Sure, from the person.
no matter what.
Right. Even if they have a license and they're like, well, that's obviously not your name.
Yeah. They can basically the person standing there can literally, through apparently their own will, change their perceived identity
Yes.
in every way,
Yes.
and the cop has to accommodate
Yes.
that. And,
Correct.
and work around that. So
Well, yes, that's because, listen.
look.
No one should be afraid about interacting with police because of their sexual orientation or their gender identity.
So I'm gonna just throw this out there.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
So let's say an individual
Yeah,
commits a crime
sure.
and steals candy from a kid.
Sure, whatever.
Makes a break for it. Policeman, hot pursuit,
Right. Hot.
on right on their heels. Take them down. As they're going through, my name is so and so and such, and I'm not a man, I'm a woman, and completely is a complete different
Yes.
description in every way.
And so the cop then has to go find the whatever gender police officer.
Well, I haven't even got to that part yet, but yeah. And then what if they can change all that stuff? Then can't they then technically on the spot be? Oh, well, I'm not part of it,
I'm not who you think I am.
so I'm not responsible.
Yeah, I'm not responsible now. I am no longer
Yeah.
responsible.
And I have one more thing going back to the part about the getting the officer because you have to have a woman
Right. For
frisk
a
a woman and a man frisk a man.
Right.
So does that mean you have to openly start hiring trannies and like every single one of the genders
Yes.
to get every
Yes.
single one of the genders?
Even the non-binary ones, which are like just I'm an alien
God.
and junk. Yes,
Okay.
all of them.
Good luck there, New Jersey.
Fun times.
And I thought California was God's ashtray. We got numbers. Let's
We
go.
do. Let's do this.
Good evening, Mojo 50. I'm Leprechaun, and here with your bell count grade for the day, Thursday, November 21st. Today we had 10 missed innuendo bells, 75 actual bells, 4 rim shots, and 1, oh my gosh, giving us a B for the day. Peace out and good night, y'all.
A B.
We're coming back up.
We're getting better.
Guys, go to mojo50.com, doaeshow.com. Follow us on all the social medias at DOAE Show. Guys, we will see you tomorrow. Free Speech Friday, 9 p.m. Bye. Bye.
That was wonderful.
Bravo!
I loved that.
Oh, it was great.
Well, it was pretty good.
Well, it wasn't bad.
Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good, though.
It could have been a lot better.
I didn't really like it.
It was pretty terrible.
It was bad.
It was awful.
It was terrible.
Get him away!
Hey,